This workflow has about 60 nodes. It qualified leads, enrich them, route them to my CRM, and starts outbound sequences, all automatically. A system like this would normally take weeks to build and maintain. I built this one in 3 days. I never left Claude Code, and I'm going to show you every single step. Here is what building this workflow looked like. This is just me and Claude Code having a conversation. I'm not writing code, I'm describing what I want in business logic. And then Claude Code builds it. It reads the API docs, writes the workflow nodes, handles notifications, error, all of it. But here is the thing. Claude Code didn't know what to build. It didn't know that personal email should be resolved before checking the CRM. It didn't know that person and company qualification need to be separated steps. It didn't know that existing contacts should be treated differently than net new ones. And of course, it didn't know what tool was best. I knew all of that. I've built lead qualification system for dozens of companies. Claude Code is the builder, I am the architect. And I'm going to walk you through exactly what that means by showing you the full system. At TC9, we have lead magnets on our website and socials. Guide, templates, resources. People interested can download them and we collect their email in exchange. But as powerful as lead magnet can be, most people give you their personal email, a Gmail, a Hotmail. And the moment they do that, you're kind of stuck. No name, no company, no title. You don't really know who is this person who is interested in what you do. Most companies dump every download in the same nurturing sequence, and the VP of a huge company gets the same treatment as someone who was just curious and will never buy from you. But of course, I wanted to fix that in a fully automated way to get every lead qualified, enriched, and routed in the right way, even the ones giving us personal emails. So here is the system. It starts with a download. Someone is interested in our lead magnet. They grab the link, enter their email, and get the resource. Then our website sends a webhook to this N8N workflow with two pieces of data, the email and which resource they downloaded. So as we just said, the very first step is to identify if this is a work email or a personal email. If this is a work email, perfect. We have a domain to work with. But if it is a personal email, and most of the time it is, the old approach would stop here. But this workflow doesn't stop. And this is where FullEnrich comes in. FullEnrich has a unique reverse email lookup feature. You give it an email address, professional or personal, and it resolves the person behind it. Full name, job title, LinkedIn profile, company domain, etc. So now from a Gmail address that tells me nothing, I have a full professional identity. Now you can imagine how much it unlocks. And of course, this is handled by this workflow in N8N. It calls the API, wait a little, and pull back the results, while I'm doing something else, or just chilling. Now, remember what I said about the architect knowing what to build? Here is a first example. The workflow checked the CRM after the identity resolution. Doing it in that order highly increase the relevance of this step and the data hygiene in my CRM. This is this type of small decisions that makes the all difference when a workflow is working in production. In one scenario, you get the right information at the right time, in the right place, and in the other scenario, you get duplicates everywhere and a lot of noise. And of course, I'm happy to add an activity to see that my existing contact in my CRM is interested in my resources. That's a good information for me to reactivate a conversation with them. And if they are not in my CRM, then I qualify them and see if they are matching my ICP. And that's exactly the next step. At this point in the workflow, we have a full professional identity that we can use to answer one question. Is this person worth reaching out to? And that's my second architect's decision. This workflow answers this question in two steps, not one. First, I want to qualify on the personal level. So this AI agents will look at the job title and seniority level. Is this person in the right department to be concerned by my offer? Or is this person senior enough to be a decision maker? If this is not the case, the person is disqualified and the workflow stops here. If they are matching my criteria, they move to the next step. The second agent qualifies the company. Is this company big enough to face the problems that I'm solving? Is it a B2B company? Is it not a competitor? Any criteria that will make sense for me. Separating those two layers not only saves me AI credits, but also makes my qualification process more efficient. If someone is in the right position but in the wrong company, I may want to keep an eye on them to reactivate them when they change job, for example. And of course, for the leads that are qualified on the person and the company level, then I want to save them in my CRM, to save all the data that I gathered thanks to FullEnrich, to finally push it into a personalized outbound sequence. Not to forget the Slack notifications, so the team can have the little dopamine hit and that we stay on top of every lead. So this is the full workflow. From someone downloaded your lead magnet connect to qualified leads, enrich, CRM updated, pushed to the outbound sequence, and notified in Slack. No human in the loop. How cool is that? This is the full system. 60 nodes, 5 services, 3 days, one person, never left Claude Code. And I want to zoom out a little because there is something bigger happening here. You just watch a system full of design decisions, the order of the steps, the tools to use, what qualifies, what disqualifies. Claude Code didn't make any of those calls. I did. And the expertise of the person driving the build is what makes the difference with a fancy and cool claim on socials for building anything and production level workflows. And that expertise is getting more valuable, not less, because now it's not bottlenecked by the speed of implementation. You can almost move as fast as you can think. But there is a second piece that makes all of this possible. Every tool in that stack is open. FullEnrich exposes its reverse email feature through a clean API. N10 is fully programmable. Every tool that you've seen in the workflow exposed their capabilities through APIs or webhook. Claude Code was able to connect and build this workflow only because the tools are designed to allow it. And it wouldn't be possible if those features were locked behind UIs. That's, at least in my opinion, the pattern going forward. The most valuable B2B GTM tools are the ones that are open enough to be composed into systems like this, not just isolated, but open and connected, and orchestrated, hopefully, by someone who knows what they're building. The builder has never been that powerful since the release of tools like Claude Code, but the builder still needs the right architects and the right tools. And this was an example of what can happen when you have the 3 of them. FullEnrich has made this workflow possible thanks to their unique feature, and they have a very open API that can allow even more. I definitely recommend trying FullEnrich for your own workflows. There is a link in the description, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel to see more workflows and GTM plays like this one. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.